Hi, in this clip I'm going to show you how to play the third piece in the Rockschool Grade 2 book, Martha's Park. And what I'll do is I'll play through the piece first of all with the backing track. I'll then give you a few pointers about things to look out for when you're actually performing the piece. I shall then play it a second time with the tempo backed off about 20%, so the backing track slowed down a little bit. I shall then finally play it a third time with my own volume turned right down, but the backing track still slowed down, so you've got a visual reference of where you are in the song, but you can use the backing track to practice along at a nice easy tempo. Right, so here we go, Martha's Park.
Martha's Park. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, okay. Riff first of all, PM, light, you've got in brackets above the riff. That's palm muting, so what you need to get used to doing is using the soft part of the side of your right hand and rest it just onto the strings, but most of your hand resting on the bridge. So rather than it sounding like this, you want it more like this. So you've got that slightly more muted, chunky sound going on. Okay, the other thing to look out for on the riff is where the repeat comes in. The open E string that you start with is actually on the last quaver of the second bar, so it precedes the bar. So make sure when you repeat it, like that, not. Okay, so another thing to look out for there. First two sections, once you've got the habit, got the actual pattern of notes in your head, take it steadily. Learn it nice and slowly. Once you can do it fluently, then start speeding it up. Second line, on the second two bars of the second line, you're jumping, the first two bars of the second line, you're basically playing exactly the same thing, but this time starting the A string. Back to the open E string again. So look out for that, make sure you don't accidentally play it all in the same key. Right, third line. It'll run up to a D chord. Although it's only showing the third fret and second fret on the G, if you can, try and get to a full D chord, or if not a full D chord, then don't worry about accidentally hitting your open D string, because it is actually just a D chord. Then A chord. Now again, because it's quite fast to get to that chord at the end of the little run, you can always play the A chord just with one finger. And it makes it much easier to get to. Right, you've then got a B5 power chord. So again, you may find it quite strange doing the offbeats because you've got a quaver rest followed by your first note. So it's 1 and. So you're coming on the offbeats. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so make sure you get those offbeats in there. Right, okay, similar to the first piece, whatever it was called, can't remember now, Fake Tortoise, you've got an open E string ringing through the end section. So make sure when you're doing the slide from the 3rd to the 5th fret on your B string, make sure you can still hear the E string ringing nice and cleanly underneath it. So you don't want it to sound, you've got to make sure you hear that E string. So you get that nice crunchy sound as you slide up. Same from the 1st fret to the 2nd fret. Make sure you can still hear that E string ringing out. Right, the last line is a D to a D sus4. So that's your little finger at the 3rd fret on the top string. And then again, a little riff with the open E string ringing on. Followed by our old friend, the pentatonic scale. So, E, 3rd fret on your B string and pull off to the open string. 2nd fret on the G, pull off to the open. 2nd fret on the D, pull off to the open. 2nd fret on the A, pull off to the open. Little bend. And then the 5th power chord at the end. Right, okay, sound wise, nice and bright, plenty of chunky distortion. Keep delay and reverb and things like that to a minimum so you can hear the notes nice and cleanly, it's nice and punchy. Right, I'll play the song again now with the tempo backed off a little bit.
Martha's Park. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, one last time, this time with my volume turned down.
Martha's Park. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
There we go. Hope that helps.